Cheap objectification isn't witty, it's hot. Equal work.
Hey everybody, Jeremy Hooper here, coming back at ya on video, and actually this is new and improved video because I was told in the past that some of the lighting I was using was less than flattering, and since I am a vain son of a bitch, I took that to heart, and I have cranked up the lights, baby. So hopefully on this one I'll have less dark circles under my eyes. We'll see. What do I want to talk to you today about? Oh yeah, militancy. I want to talk about the idea that gay activism is militant. Now, I know on Friday we talked about code wording, which sounds like it's very similar, and it is in a way, because militant is a word that the anti-gays use against us a lot to make us look insidious and whatnot. But also I think the idea that gay activism is militant is a line that even people on our side of the fence have fully swallowed. You know, there's this idea out there that to fight for gay rights, you have to be angry, that you have to be combative, that you have to be aggressive. You know, there's the idea that by saying, yo dude, look, I'm a human being and I'm really sick of being treated like shit, you're throwing stones and you're fighting and, you know, you're stepping across bounds and stepping on toes and whatever. Now, it's one thing when this militant idea comes from our far-right opposition. Frankly, we don't expect anything else from them. They spend day and night fostering the idea that there's this culture war blazing across America, and they're on the defense, and we're on the offense. So it's expected that they would call us militant. It fits into their plan. But it's another thing entirely when our allies and potential allies swallow the idea. When those who could help us show history that this is the civil rights battle of our time, that what we are doing is truly the good and decent and the pro-family thing, when those people instead act as if they can't be bothered. I had this whole notion really highlighted for me at last year's NYC St. Patrick's Day Parade. As many of you surely already know, the NYC Pride Parade is famous, or infamous rather, for not allowing gay groups, not allowing LGBT groups to march under the umbrella of their group, to celebrate not only being Irish, and also being gay. They let other groups march, but not LGBT groups. And it's a decision that is just disgusting. It's been protested by various officials, and every year there's a protest from gay groups. Of course there is. It's demeaning. So this year, my partner and I were walking around the corner up to 5th Avenue, and as soon as we round the corner and the protest is in our sight lines, this couple behind us, who are very polished looking, very, for lack of a better word, liberal looking. I'm sure they have plenty of gay friends and they would pride themselves on being open-minded. But as soon as we rounded the corner, behind me, the woman let out the most audible, prolonged sigh. Shut up! Sorry, people were honking outside. Let out the most prolonged sigh and said, "Ugh, gay activists are protesting," as if the gay activist were going to ruin her entire day of green beer consumption. And I just sort of turned around and looked at her like, what do you mean the gay activists are protesting? What do you mean to bemoan that? You should be saying, nice, people are standing up for what they believe in. Have there been combative gay demonstrations in the past? Sure. The whole ACT UP generation prided itself on direct actions that ruffled feathers. Call them crazy, but they didn't like seeing their friends drop dead around them and see the public at large and a president just sort of ignore it. So they had to get attention. They had no choice. They really were fighting for their lives, fighting for all of our lives. And I would think 99.9% of them would stand by all of those demonstrations. Same with Stonewall. It was a situation that turned combative. It was a revolting situation in need of a revolt. And throughout history, when people have been pressed just a little too far and have dealt with in such an intense degree of hatred and hostility for who they are, sometimes that fuel turns to a fire. And that's what happened. But to call either of those situations, or the gay movement in general, militant, it is doing a disservice. It trivializes the matter at hand. It makes it sound as if gay activists want nothing more than to be combative. That we are just some sort of bullies who feel some sort of psychological need to stand on a street corner and yell and to protest, and we have nothing better to do with our Saturdays than to protest events. We need all of our allies to realize that we're not being unnecessarily hostile. We're just scared that if we don't stand up and bravely demand our equality, then we're not sure anyone will. And we're scared of just how far our opposition might take their campaigns if left unchecked. So the next time you see a group of LGBT people demanding fairness, don't get mad, don't get annoyed. Be glad that this group of people have pinpointed the true extremism that is harming this world and have chosen to pause their lives in order to combat it. Or better yet, join them.
That's why these feminists just need to find a man. I'm Dennis Kucinich, and I approve this message.